over 80% of Americans are insulin resistant. Insulin resistance is the foundation of heart disease, cancer, strokes, autoimmune, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, most chronic degenerative illnesses that plague our society today are preventable. I would like to talk to you today about different types of water. Do you know what the different types of water are? And do you understand the difference between the different types of water? That's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. And by the end of this discussion, I am hoping that you will be empowered and ignited and motivated with truth and knowledge so that you can make better decisions about your health. I actually have a lot of passion about water. This is Dr. CJ Benkert with Purified Wellness, and I'm coming to you for the next 90 days live, and then we're also posting these videos in my YouTube channel, Dr. CJ Benkert. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're getting anything out of these trainings, these lessons, my 12 core concepts of pure life living, I would love for you to like our page, subscribe. When you subscribe, anytime we post new videos or anytime I go live, you will be notified so you won't miss anything. So I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible live their purest, healthiest, most joyous life possible using my 12 core concepts, which summarize and lay out the foundation of what it is to live a pure, healthy, joyous life. Do you want to live your best, healthiest life? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to feel good? Do you want to not have to worry about getting cancer or some other chronic illness that most Americans are plagued with? 3/4 of Americans are overweight or obese. Over 80% of Americans are insulin resistant. Insulin resistance is the foundation of heart disease, cancer, strokes, autoimmune, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, most chronic degenerative illnesses that plague our society today are preventable. So today, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to bring to you the different types of water, what water to choose, how you know you're getting good water, and I'm going to share with you at the end of this video, if you stick around long enough, what does Dr. CJ drink? I've studied water my entire life. That's why it's my second core concept. My first core concept is pure food. But the second core concept is pure water. If you're not drinking pure water, the right type of water, it doesn't matter what kind of food you're putting into your body. It doesn't matter how you're exercising. It doesn't matter what nutrients you take. Our bodies are 70% water. It matters what type of water you put into your body. All right. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to simplify it. Let's see. I'm going to go into, what can we simplify here? Because, there's anywhere from, 3 different types of water to like 5 different types of water. Let's go ahead and do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to talk about 7 different types of water. I'm going to cover what I feel is the worst water first, and then I'm going to go finish with what I feel is the best, most amazing water. So in my opinion, and based on scientific research and based on clinical studies, one of the worst waters that you can put in your body? Write in the comments if you can guess. What is the worst water you can put in your body? So whether you're on my Facebook page watching this live, type in the comments, what do you think is the worst water we can put in our body? If you're watching this on YouTube, post in the comments, what do you think is the worst water you can put in your body? Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. Do, 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 do. Okay, the worst water you can put in your body, for the sake of time, I'm really doing my best to limit these to short, distilled. That's one of the waters. The most important concepts of each topic. So the worst water that you can put in your body is well water. And the reason it's the worst water is because well water can contain all kinds of bacteria. You know, you've heard of, oh my gosh, what's her name? That movie was made about her. Well, anyway, you know what I'm talking about, the chromium-6, and now we have this thing in Flint, Michigan. You know, that's well water. That's contaminants and toxic heavy metals and fungi and bacteria and, you know, all this, the bad stuff that we don't want in our bodies seeping down because of our industrialized chemical plants and different ways of growing our food, etc., not caring about our planet. And all that junk goes down and then ends up in the different bottom water lines, whatever it's called, like the, oh my gosh, you know what I'm trying to say. It's deep water from underneath the ground, and it's well water, and it's one of the worst, most dangerous waters you can put in your body because you just never know what's in it. So, like for instance, well water is unregulated. It may contain serious contaminants, including microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, parasites, uranium, radium, radon, nitrates, nitrites. Ugh, we don't want that in our body. Heavy metals, fluoride, yuck, fertilizers, pesticides. So glyphosates, which cause leaky gut. A lot of the ADHD issues and depression and anxiety. Harmful chemicals that come from industrialized and household waste. So that's the worst water. Number one, well water. Number two, the next water is, as far as from worst to best, I would rate reverse osmosis as the next worst water. You might think, what? Reverse osmosis? And we'll go ahead and put reverse osmosis and distilled. Let's talk about those together. Reverse osmosis, distilled. By itself, it is the very purest form of water. So yesterday when I talked about the molecular structure of water, H2O, hydrogen, two hydrogens with an oxygen, that's pure water. There's nothing else in it. But that's the problem. The problem with reverse osmosis in and of itself, or distilled water in and of itself, is that all of the beautiful things that are in water, like the blue zones throughout the world where people live the longest, like in Ecuador, in Japan, in Mexico, we have these blue zones where people live really, really long. And one of the things that are the same foundational truth in all of the blue zones is that they have this most amazing water that I'm going to discuss in a second. It has all these amazing things in it, and that's not reverse osmosis, and that's not distilled. So if you're in a position, let's say there's a nuclear war or some natural disaster, and the water is completely contaminated, and the only way to get the crap out of it is distilling it or using reverse osmosis, of course that's going to be better than well water, but it's not good because it's missing crucial elements. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. The next worst water, you're not going to believe this because this is what I think most of you are drinking. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So the next worst water, third, fourth on the list, whether we're taking reverse osmosis and distilled as one group or separating them. Can you believe this? The third to the worst water is bottled water. Is that what you're drinking? Are you buying bottled water? Stop buying bottled water. I have a passion for this subject, and I have a whole discussion on it tomorrow. Tomorrow's topic is bottled water, so I'm not going to go any more into it than that. Worst water, one of the worst waters you can put in your body. You don't know where it comes from. There's really no regulation. They might say it's spring water. Spring water could be a puddle. It could be some runoff from a mountain. We don't know how clean it is. There's lots of contaminants in it. That's why I rate it third worst. It's even worse than tap water. And most bottled water is in plastic bottles. So now you've got that problem, outgassing from the plastics. And I don't care if it's BPA free. It's still dead. Just, you don't know where it's come from. Water. So bottled water, stop drinking it. Stop buying it. And I'm going to share with you at the end of this training the water that I drink that's the best, most high quality purified water that you could put into your body, and the cheapest compared to other systems that make not even the same quality of water. Okay, the next level of water, so we have well water is the worst, reverse osmosis, distilled, bottled. The next worst water, it's a little bit better than bottled water, is tap water. So yes, I'd rather you drink tap water than bottled water, because tap water at least is more regulated. It's definitely been purified. It's for the most part controlled by our cities. It's municipal water. So it is better than bottled water. It's better than reverse water. So let's see. Tap water, every municipal water supply in America has been found to contain dangerous toxins and contaminants. So yes, it's supposedly safe. It's probably better than bottled water, better than well water, but we have found prescription drugs in tap water. They put chloride or chlorine in tap water to disinfect it. That's not good for your body. Let's drink some bleach. Terrible for your thyroid, inhibits the thyroid big time. Fluoride. We've been taught that fluoride's good for our teeth. It's not. It's a cancer causing agent. So they put these things in there to disinfect it so you don't get super sick from it right away, but over time, continuing to drink tap water will create lower health, decreased vitality. So tap water. Next on my list, next best, is filtered tap water. Filtered tap water would be like, the pitchers with a little carbon filter. So it's just filtered primarily with carbon, and it is better than tap water because it's filtered. So carbon filters can break down and return contaminants to the drinking water. These are the kind of the cons. Filters also have a limited life and effective lifespan, can be difficult to measure. Filters can also be a breeding ground for bacteria. So it's better than tap water, but there's still quite a few cons to filtered tap water. But again, it's third on my list. So we're going from worst all the way up to best. So filtered tap water is third from the best. Second from the best is alkaline water. Alkaline water would be a water typically that has minerals added to it to create a higher alkalinity. It is very well known in our society. Stress, eating cooked processed foods, having chemicals and toxins in our body creates a lot of acid. Our bodies were meant to have a very specific pH. So specific that if your blood is not the exact proper pH, your body will pull crucial minerals from your bone if the blood's too acid, you'll die. So the body will pull crucial minerals like calcium, magnesium, boron, selenium from your bones to get the exact proper pH. So acid alkaline balance is very, very important. It's life and death. And when we're stressed, when we're eating cooked food, when we're under pressure, a lot of the processed foods that we eat create an acid breeding ground in the body. So when you're too acidic, It creates inflammation, and it just weakens your body's life force. So alkaline water has added minerals to create a more of an alkaline water to help neutralize a lot of the acids. So some of the same things you can do to create alkalinity in your body is dark green leafy vegetables. Create a lot of alkaline in your body. Help to neutralize those acids. Squeezing lemon in water can help to neutralize acids in your body. So alkaline water is second from the best, but it's just one part of the best. So what is the best water that you can put into your body? Type in the comments if you know what is the best water to put in your body. The best water to put into your body is purified water. But there's lots of different types of purified water. So the water that I drink, and I will post a link to my website. This is an American-based company. I've been using their water. It's been at least 10 years. I've researched water my entire life. I at one time did purchase an alkaline water unit, $4,000 for this unit, and it created alkaline water with a titanium electrolysis plate, which would remove water. So it would create some acid water as runoff, and then it would create this high alkaline water. That's a very unnatural way to create alkaline water, and I felt terrible wasting all of the water because it just splits the water and you get this acid runoff, and then you only drink part of it, the alkaline part of it. So purified water comes in many forms. The water that I drink, that's 99.9% purified, goes through 6 stages of purification. So carbon's part of it. Remember we talked about filtered water with the carbon filtration. So purified water goes through multiple stages of purification. The water that I drink goes through 6 different stages of purification. Each stage has a different medium. Different mediums remove different contaminants from the water. So I talked about all the different contaminants that are in tap water. So purified water typically will take tap water, purify it to create this really high quality water. The water that I drink goes through 6 stages. Each medium, each purification cartridge has different material designed to remove different things. So one medium will be removing, let's say, chlorine and fluoride. The second stage of purification is going to remove any heavy metals. The third stage of purification is going to be removing any pesticides or maybe inorganic minerals, or maybe sedimentation or sand or dirt. And then another stage of purification is going to remove any microbes, parasites, pathogens, viruses, bacteria. I wish I would have only had that water in my system last Wednesday when I developed severe food poisoning. So, and then there'll be a stage that will take out prescription drugs. So all the different things that show up in our water, you can't just do carbon. You have to use different materials, different mediums, they're called, that will remove different types of contaminants. So the system that I uses reverse osmosis, but it uses reverse osmosis as one of the first stages, and then it goes through all those different stages. Reverse osmosis is just one of the stages. Then it goes through all the different stages, and then what it does is it looks at what natural spring water in these blue zones, the commonality of these blue zones, these zones where people live into the hundreds, is that it's clean, pure spring water that runs through creeks and purifies the water by going through, hitting rocks, and then different natural minerals like calcium and magnesium and all these crucial trace minerals that our body needs. All those natural minerals are added into the water naturally through the spring. Because if you drink reverse osmosis or distilled water without having those natural minerals put into it at the very end before you drink it, your body is going to leach any minerals that you have in your body in order to process it. So the best water is purified water, reverse osmosis with different stages of purification, and then having minerals added in. And the system that I use also has a proprietary process that creates, so when you add in the minerals, that creates alkaline. That's adding minerals creates natural alkaline water. This particular water also is very high in, it's called the oxygen reduction potential. I think it's called ORP. ORP is how you measure the antioxidant power of water. So the water that I use is very high ORP, which means it's a natural antioxidant. And the other thing about this water is it goes through a proprietary patented process where it energizes the water and micro clusters the water so that there's smaller little groups of water molecules. So bunch of little H2Os, but when you drink reverse osmosis or tap water or bottled water or well water or filtered water, the water molecules are very large, and it's very difficult, getting my cell here, it's very difficult for the water to get into the cell. So this water is 6 stages. It's called Alka Purity, and I'll post the link below. It uses constant pressure, non-electric pump that allows our energized media solution to transform the finished water's profile into alkaline, antioxidant, energized water. What else? I think that's it. So the microclusters are smaller little molecules of water that make it easier to get into the cell, and the fact that there's minerals in the purified water that I drink allows the water to go into the cells. Because drinking water by itself, just regular bottled water, which is what most of you are drinking, and you think, I have people that come into my clinics all the time, or we have remote clients that we work with all the time, and we find out through testing that they're extremely dehydrated, and they say to us, well, that's impossible. I'm drinking a gallon of water per day. But if you're drinking bottled water or tap water or just filtered water with a carbon filter, that water is not getting into your cells, because in order for water to get into cells, it has to link arms and be holding hands. Those water molecules have to be holding hands with minerals. The cell will not allow water to come in unless the water contains minerals: calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, boron, all those amazing trace minerals, zinc, selenium. So you have to be drinking water with minerals. So I'll post the link so you can check out the purification unit that Dr. CJ uses. I hope this helps. I also posted on my Facebook page a nice little PDF that kind of goes over, and it's just a brief pictorial explanation of the different types of water. If you have any questions about the water that you're drinking, ask me. If there's something I didn't cover, please either post in the comments on the Facebook page, or if you're watching this in YouTube, post on the comments your questions, and we will respond to those questions, because we're here to support you. So this is Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness, teaching you, leading you, inspiring you, motivating you, empowering you with the truth to live your purest life in body, mind, heart, and spirit.